Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the special session by ET on employee experience. A note of thanks to Economic Times for giving me this opportunity, and I'm glad I've got this opportunity to be talking to all of you. So, when we look at employee experience, especially in today's times, given that we are all at an inflection point, there are many changes that are happening around us. Before COVID, we had this huge digital transformation that companies had to cope up with. There was this rapid technology change that the companies had to cope up with. And with the onset of COVID and this new normal of working that we have all got into, there is another complexity that the companies today are grappling with in driving employee experience and employee value proposition that are truly meaningful to the large cross section of the employees that they deal with, the current as well as the prospective employees. So, what do organizations do? And what are some of the things that they really need to focus on, given the multitude of challenges that you're facing, the technology challenges, the digital transformation, the new normal, the hybrid working, the prolonged period of uncertainty given COVID? What do organizations do, and how do organizations navigate this new normal? And what are some of the things that they need to focus on? So when we look at what we do at Infosys, if we look back at the last 6 to 12 months, there are many valuable lessons that we have learned. The first one is really that we need to continue to remain focused on the future readiness of employees and the future readiness of their careers. And because that is today the biggest ask and expectations from employees as far as their experience is concerned. So, what does that mean? This means continuous focus on skilling. This means keeping them ahead of the skill curve. It is about helping them understand and being a guide and a navigator to help them understand what they need to do in their digital journey and help them continuously move up the value chain of reskilling. So, the first aspect of driving a very positive and an effective employee experience in today's time is really about investing in careers, investing in the future readiness of careers of your employees. And that can be done only if you are very clear on what are the spaces that you want to operate on and how will you guide each and every employee of yours through that skill continuum so that they are ready to take on the future requirements of business as well as remain relevant in what they do. So that's the first thing. The second one is, and given what we are seeing, this entire uncertainty around COVID and the anxiety and the stress levels that the employees are facing, having to multitask at home, there's a huge health uncertainty that they face of themselves and their family members. More and more, what we are hearing through our employee surveys, through our employee interactions, is that the sense of psychological safety, the sense of employee well-being is at the fore right now. It has never been so acutely important as it is today. So what does companies need to do, especially given teams are remote, managers are remote? How do you continue to drive the assurance of employee well-being, employee safety, psychological safety, giving them the assurance that the company will work with you and through this times? So, what are some of the things that we need to do to help employee feel comfortable that their organization is someone who cares for them? And so, some of the things that we have done in this space is really about how managers continue to demonstrate that they still know the person behind the name. They still connect with them, though they are all working remotely. They are all working virtually. What do companies need to do in creating that support infrastructure, the medical infrastructure for employees, so that they feel comfortable, even if they're working from home, or should they have to come to office for brief periods of time to execute some critical task or critical assignments? So that's the second one as far as employee experience is concerned. This entire focus on employee well-being and what do we as companies need to do to keep reinforcing the fact that we care for our employees and your well-being is of utmost importance. So that's the second pillar of employee experience. The third one is really about how you are building the future or the next generation managers and leaders. Because like I said, the digital transformation, the technology change, the pace of change has now put the pressure on the managers and leaders because they need to transform themselves. Gone are the days when they moved up the hierarchy and managed large teams, managed complex teams. Today, in addition to doing that, they also need to be at the forefront of technology change. They need to be the SME for the client. They need to be the SME for the individuals and the teams that they are leading. So how do you build a next generation of managers and leaders who are really whom the clients want to work with, the clients want to pay for? What are the qualities, what are the attributes that you need to invest and build in your next generation managers and leaders to drive that objective? So that is a third part of the employee experience, because managers and leaders are extremely critical and the most critical layer for the employee. And the employee needs to look up to them. The employee needs to see that their managers are the ones who can lead them through this huge change that the world is going through. And therefore, as companies, the third pillar or the third lever of employee experience is really about building the next generation managers and leaders. The fourth one is really, the entire new normal of working, because we have traditionally been used to working in office spaces. We've traditionally been used to working in an environment where our teams are together. We have been comfortable having our co-worker, our buddy at work, right across our workstation. We have had opportunities to go down for a cup of coffee or a smoke or a lunch with them, but things have changed. Each one is living in their individual spaces. So how do you create a team space, a virtual team space that mimics the real team space, the physical team space? So that is something which which is really a third aspect of the new experience or the new employee experience, which is about digital work environment, which will mimic the physical work environment, which will help managers and teams co-create or replicate the kind of connectedness, the vibes, the camaraderie, everything they experienced in their physical workspace. That's the fourth part of the new employee experience, is really about creating digital work environments which are as effective as your physical work environment. And the last one, which is really the most critical to employee experience, is hyper personalization, because your workforce will be varied. You will have employees working from different parts of the globe. You will have different kind of workers that you will onboard today because of the new normal. You will have subcontractors, you will have part-time workers, you will have gig workers, you will have people working from different parts of the world, because now physical boundaries are no more a constraint to attract the best talent. So companies have the flexibility to go out and hire different kind of employee segments, and that is obviously an advantage. But coming along with that is the huge thrust that it puts on the companies to see what they can do differently to drive this aspect of employee experience. And that is where hyper personalization comes. So your policies, the way you manage performance management, the way you drive a skilling for a gig worker to someone who is a part-time worker, to someone who's your entry level employee hired from the campus, to someone whom you hired laterally from your competition or SME organizations. What kind of work experience, what kind of employee experience would you be providing to these individuals, so that they feel that they also go through the seamless work experience? So these are really some of the key areas that organizations need to look at to enhance and ensure that they continue to maintain the employee experience today as they have done in the past. The focus on future ready careers, the skilling, keeping employees ahead of the curve, the paramount focus on employee well-being, psychological safety, the focus on building next generation managers and leaders who are able to lead the digital transformation of organizations, creating a digital work environment which will help employees feel as good or as connected as they were in a physical work environment. And the last but not the least, the hyper personalization of employee experience, given that workforce segments will be very, very varied, and organizations cannot believe that they will have just one homogeneous workforce, but they will have multitude of workforce segments, and each one will have a very different ask, need, and lever for engagement. So these are really the 4 or 5 aspects that companies need to focus on, and these in a way are really the starting point to the employee experience that you would want to create during current times.